Welcome to episode number 256 of the Keep Up podcast.
Where if you forget to press buttons, the end is closer than you think.
What are you doing right now?
I forgot to press buttons, so the end is closer than we think.
You're pressing so many buttons.
Yeah, I had to mute all the audio because in the video version of the podcast, they'll hear every sound.
Oh.
So I didn't do that before we started.
I see.
I was distracted because, guys, Brett came in angry. He said, Tim, I hate everything we're doing and I quit. And I said, Brett, don't quit. There's so many people that love you. And Brett said, too bad. And then he pooped.
All I said was that I would like to improve our audio on our YouTube videos.
Yeah. And that's just I agree.
That's all I said.
I think it's great.
And everyone flipped out. And you know what?
You know what?
I don't like this episode.
I'm all done with this episode.
Episode 256.
256.
Is the worst one.
It's 256, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I put for our title, and I wasn't sure.
Well, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb.
Sometimes you gotta put bacon and cheese on the fries. Feed it to your brother. No? Okay.
Oh my gosh. Was that a vine?
That was a vine.
Dude, our vines were fresh.
Dude, we were so ahead of the game,
We were.
and we still are. Dude, we're hot on the cusp of the future.
Hot on the cusp.
Hot on the cusp.
Hot on the cusp of the future.
Yeah.
That's like 12 different phrases thrown together.
Hot on the
I was gonna
tamale.
say idioms, but I don't know if I know what that
Did you
is.
just call me an idiom?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
I can't believe it.
Believe it, because it's real.
Ooh, believe it.
256 is the worst episode.
256 is all about power.
Ugh.
Power and fortune and glory.
Welcome to the Keep Up Podcast, where I'm Brett and Tim is Tim. Wow, he's never been more distracted.
I'm literally making clips for our friggin' page.
You missed your cue.
I clicked it.
You didn't say your thing. He wasn't even here.
I wasn't here.
256 is the worst episode.
What happened?
It's too late. You missed it.
I'm sorry.
You missed the whole episode.
You
Thank
know,
you guys for hanging out.
That one was on me.
Tim's gonna do end babble. You guys want to throw some words in?
You know what happened is I pressed a button and it didn't work, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
crap! I need to make this clip because it only records it for 2 minutes."
Right.
And so I wanted to make sure we had enough time.
Right.
And I'll take that. I'll take that.
So Tim said that someone was angry that we were holding our mics.
That's me. Did I get it? I think I got it.
Yeah, dude, nailed
Okay.
it.
I don't even think you said Tim is Tim, did you?
Oh, dude, I said it.
I want to go back and hear
I
it.
said it with such conviction.
I didn't even hear it.
You can, but if you do that, you should listen to the podcast because the audio on YouTube's terrible.
Oh my god. This whole episode, we're just going to be fighting.
I'm JKLOL.
Oh.
I was just
Okay.
making suggestions.
It's fine. It's fine.
So nothing can ever get better.
Brett, you can walk in and tell me this stuff, and I'm down for it.
Yeah,
I just gave
you're
you
just mad about it.
reasonable reasons why it's not feasible at the moment that you asked. You said, can we get better audio? Sure. We need
Okay.
XLR cables and a better mic.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
Okay.
it. It's all good.
that's doable.
It's doable.
Why are you talking like I'm angry? That makes me angry. It's like when someone's like, "Are you okay?" and you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And
Yeah,
they're like,
I'm
"Are you
fine.
sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Are you sure?
All right, because you seem a little. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. And then like 10 minutes later, they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey man, are you sure you're
Are you
okay?" And I'm
sure?
like, "I'm fine. I'm okay. I've been okay.
Who knows, though? Who
I
knows?
do, and I'm telling you, I'm fine."
It's all good. I'm fine. I'm good. Dude, I'm in great spirits. Beat a game today. Had fun. Saw this weird Steel Harbinger game.
That was so weird.
That game was a trip.
Tim's playing this game where you just play a naked robot in
Yeah.
the snow,
Uh-huh.
and you just abduct women
Yeah.
wearing.
You're saving
jogging
humans.
clothes.
You're saving humans.
You kept shooting them in the face,
It was an accident.
so I misunderstood the goal.
Yeah, it's not clear. If you walk in on someone playing that game, it's not
Yeah.
clear.
No, nothing was clear.
Yeah,
It
and you
was-
eat dead enemies. You
I didn't even get to see that magic.
No, I didn't get it. But they kept making like this like swallow sound, and it was so visceral. Like imagine someone swallowing a whole apple.
Wait, and were the graphics bad enough you couldn't tell like what was happening? You were just hearing the noise?
Yeah, well, at the bottom there would be like a meat chunk that shows up, and I'm like, are we doing things? And if you pick up a weapon, a meat chunk, or anything, she swallows. It's always like, and you're like, what is she doing?
It's like swallowing a whole apple.
Yeah, imagine what it sounds like when there's a whole apple in your throat.
This game rules. Was
Yeah.
it a PC game?
I was playing it on PS1,
Oh,
but it might have a PC version.
It looked PS1.
Mm-hmm.
So why do we hold our mics?
Because we would need mic arms. We need 2 mic arms.
2 mic arms.
Yeah.
Shout out Uncle Mike.
Yep, Uncle Mike.
Let us
we
borrow
need
your arms.
We need both of your arms. Just you can sit here and hold it for us.
Ah.
Ah.
What else, dude?
I don't know. Life's good.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
all I can say.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Cool. Good job.
Good. Thanks.
I don't know, dude. I ate some meatballs.
Yeah. How are they?
They were good. They
Yeah?
were very good.
Mom makes good meatballs.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I told you to go eat some.
I didn't want to.
I know that.
I'm satisfied.
I'm glad.
I had ramen earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
I found a box of ramen and
Please.
and it said expired, but like you ever see something that's expired and you're like, what does that mean though
Yeah.
for this food?
What does that mean?
Have you had expired ramen?
I can't. No. Ramen goes too fast.
Yeah, I
if
knew
it's
the answer to
around-
that. You'd have to find it somewhere like I did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It had to be like long lost ramen.
yes, this was.
Yeah.
And I found it, gave it a good home.
And
I mean, it still tasted pretty good.
when you say gave it a good home, you mean your stomach?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't
I
eat
just-
the whole box.
Yeah. You just.
I did two
You had a whole like 12 pack.
yeah,
of
bro,
ramen?
it was a box. It wasn't like
Uneaten?
yeah.
I'm offended.
So actually what's weirder is there were like 2 of them eaten.
Uh-huh.
So that's like what someone tried ramen
Yeah.
for the first time.
They're like, nah, I'm not really here for it.
yeah.
This isn't what I'm looking for.
I was like, I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It tastes a little stale.
Okay.
I also cooked it wrong.
Brett,
What?
how do you cook ramen wrong?
You tell me what mistakes could you make that could be cooking it wrong?
you I
I
don't
feel like there's like 3 things you could do.
you
and
could
I
drop
didn't.
in the flavor packet when you're trying to
the
empty
whole
it out.
like the whole packet. I've done that. That sucks.
Yeah. You could boil it for too long, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And underboil it.
Yeah.
So, but that's it.
I just put too much water.
Too much water?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Because then when you put the flavor packet in,
Uh-huh.
it's just swimming around in water.
So it's not as flavorful.
It didn't really soak it up.
I get that.
It's too much water.
Okay.
But it was fine. It was still pretty decent, you know?
Yeah, still pretty decent.
Tim's still pressing buttons.
I just want it to work, and it didn't work, so I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
What is it?
Brett.
What?
It's clips.
Oh,
It just this ramen conversation I thought was very funny.
Tim found a way. Tim found a way to get clips, and apparently
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Brett doesn't a true skilled professional
Yeah,
will just keep going.
that's true.
You'll get there someday. Brett.
I am
You'll get there.
so.
Once we get a better mic.
I was
You
so
know.
stoked to record tonight. Now
Why are you not?
I'm not sure.
Dude.
You've convinced me I'm angry. That's why. You've convinced me I'm mad.
I think you're great.
Speaking of great,
Yeah.
we also stream the podcast. If you're unfamiliar with us
Mm-hmm.
and what we do, you probably don't know that we stream the podcast live when we record on Tim's Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/collectionrevolution. And someone in chat just said the audio seems good on YouTube, to be honest, and I appreciate that.
Goomba is an honest,
Thank you.
good person. He would only tell us the truth.
Also had good tips on audio.
Yep.
The room you're recording in makes a big difference.
It's a big room.
You know, I'm sorry I came in enraged. I didn't think I was, and sometimes it takes other people
to
point
realize
out
where you are.
how angry you are.
And it's okay, Brett, you know? Some days
I know.
it's just
Tell me about some days.
some days.
One day more.
I gotta see that again.
Yeah, dude. I can't remember the last time. That movie really affected me.
It's one of those like movies that sits with you.
Yeah.
Like when I close my eyes and I look at my library of movies,
Yeah.
it's just there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like all the time?
All the time.
Wait. When you close your eyes
When I close my eyes.
and don't want to close my eyes.
I don't wanna fall asleep.
Because I miss you, babe.
and I don't wanna miss a
Hey. Why do we both say it like that?
because it's the only way to end it.
It doesn't happen like that.
It always does.
Clip it.
There you go.
Why is the
Clip
button
it.
not working?
I don't know.
Um,
That's why it's throwing me off.
Tim,
Yes.
do you have any news?
Oh, is this it?
I asked Tim to bring something fun to the podcast
I
because I'm
guess-
so sick of him doing nothing.
Oh, I always do nothing.
Oh, I'm
here.
JK LOL. No, I was like, dude, do you have any news items?
I got
Fun news
some-
items.
I got some interesting topics of newsosity.
And that's what the segment's going to be called, I think.
Okay.
Topics of newsosity.
Topics of newsosity.
Because I got to make,
A transition?
I think I'm going to
It's
make
like a whole
transition.
thing.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
What do you got?
Oh, I thought you would pause.
I'm not going to make one this week.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I got to see if you suck at getting news items.
I don't. Okay, so, yeah, Brett told me like 5 hours ago. He's like, "Hey, you got some news?" I'm like, "Sure."
Hey, let me tell you guys why.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys why?
Well, Brett came in angry.
I was so angry because I was like, I'm so sick of not knowing what's going on in the news.
Brett just doesn't have time to look at the news.
I want you to know too, when I say news, I'm strictly talking about like new games coming out. I don't know anything
I
about.
don't think either of my news segments are games.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know, it's in the realm of what we discussed.
Yeah.
I'm not asking Tim to like give me politics and current events.
Yeah, it's not good news.
It's
I mean, it's good news, but it's not like news.
is that good news? Is the news the good news?
No, that's not good news.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not like actual. It's news, but it's not
Right.
actual news.
It's not like
It's stuff that's relevant to us.
right. That's the point.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking about how you and I send each other articles like all week, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?"
Mhm.
And I thought it would be cool. Granted, we talk about a lot of that stuff on the podcast, anyways.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be cool. I was like, "What if I give Tim a segment? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
curious what he would bring." And so that's what this is.
That's what I got.
You know what I mean? So now I want to know what you got.
Okay. So the first.
Why'd you look at me like that?
What'd I do?
Oh, I can't. tonight.
Brett's so angry. I can't believe this.
This is my favorite episode.
It's there's no rules. I messed up the intro. It's been a mess. But
I've been angry.
yeah, Brett's angry. It's just
I don't even know.
we have a new segment to add in.
Brand new, dude.
It's
I got 3 more you don't even know about.
I know Brett's gonna hit me with 100 new things.
Just wait.
So
Yeah.
Mission Impossible
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
and Indiana Jones 5
Uh-huh.
both reported to lose $100 million.
What?
Not only that,
I love this segment.
but Mission Impossible earned $523 million, and it's still gonna lose
100 million? Is that what you
100
said?
million. Yeah,
Wow.
it's projected, not like confirmed numbers,
Right.
but and Indiana Jones grossed $375 million. Although this doesn't say if it's domestic or
global.
global. I would say global probably.
Yeah, I was actually curious how it did because you didn't see it, right?
Indiana Jones
Yeah.
5? No.
Me neither.
Nope. So Indiana Jones 5 was 375 million after 6 weeks, and Mission Impossible is 523 million after 5 weeks.
Isn't it insane that those are bad numbers?
Yeah, that is the whole reason I bring it up, because 500. Imagine if 523 million dollars. Now,
Yeah.
granted, I don't know how much it costs to make this movie, but if it's reported to lose 100 million,
Yeah.
we gotta say it's budget and like ad campaigns and stuff.
Yeah.
Must have been 650 million at least.
Yeah.
If they're gonna lose money on it.
Right.
Like that's an insane amount of money
Right.
for a movie.
Yeah, I can't imagine any situation where someone was like, "Oh, we only made $530 million."
Yeah, but it's still a loss. It's not a.
yeah, of
gross.
course. Yeah.
But yeah, like imagine what that money could do for anything else. Like instead of as a product of entertainment,
Yeah.
imagine what that money could have been used for
Yeah.
in other things. And it goes to show how much money these big companies have that they can
Yeah.
make. Now, granted, they expected this movie to make a lot. It's Mission Impossible. It's the 7th one. Like it's a big deal. And same with Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But it's insane that movies nowadays are costing more than like, I don't even know, like how that money could do a lot. I feel like
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do a lot.
Yeah.
And our entertainment is just at a point where they're willing to spend hundreds of millions of dollars for these movies. And it's still not profitable.
And it's still not.
At the end of the day, they're gonna lose money on it.
I mean, at least we got to throw Tom Cruise off another cliff. You know?
It's really, and that's what people are paying
That's
for.
what it's about. That's how much does it cost to throw Tom Cruise off of something really high?
523 million.
Roughly.
Roughly.
And then the other, we have 7 million for everything else.
Everything else.
But the 523, the majority of it goes to just him jumping off of something really tall.
Yeah, so I thought that was astonishing to me because
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is really good. I liked it a
I
lot.
thought it was great. Yeah.
So I'm surprised but it also came out a week before Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, the timing felt a little weird with that one.
Yeah.
Do you think I wonder if that is at all indicative of how the second one will perform, because this is a part one.
Yeah. So a lot of people got to watch it
Yeah.
to watch the second one.
Or if it gets a better release date with less competition.
Yep.
If people will see this one if they missed it in theaters to go catch the second one.
I mean, because a lot of people, some people only go to the movies like once a month or, a couple times a year. And Mission Impossible, a lot of people like it. But if you have Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out the week after, I imagine with all the hype, people probably opted for Barbie or Oppenheimer or to do both of them. And they're like, well, I don't need to see Mission Impossible because I don't go to the movies very much. So,
Right.
and a lot of people probably were like, I'll watch this one at home too. Because I think that option definitely hurts a lot of movies.
It does. I know I could name like 5 people off the top of my head that when I'm talking to them about the movies, they're like, I usually pick one to see like per season.
Yep.
Or I have friends who don't go, even when they were like in their prime, which we could probably say they're not right now, wouldn't see any Marvel movies in the theater. They're like, I'll just wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
So you're definitely right about that. Like, obviously streaming is a big, because that option is definite and it's not that far out. Like, we haven't talked about this for a while because we're used to it now.
Yeah.
But I remember us talking even on the podcast about how like you used to have to wait so long for stuff to come out. And I remember being like 3 months and it's out already. Like it was blowing my mind.
Yeah.
But now I'm so used to that. Like, we just bought Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I feel like I just saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple months, I think, at this point.
But doesn't that seem crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that seem like not that long?
Yeah, I think, and even some movies will release same day on digital as it is in theaters. Like, that's crazy. That blows my mind.
Like, is Spider-Verse still in theaters, actually?
It's got to be out of well, actually, it did so well, so it might actually still be in there.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, it is a stronger competitor because it's like, well, I'll just wait a couple months, which will fly by, and then I'll watch it.
Right, because people are willing to wait.
Yeah,
it's not movies aren't like as big of an because like even back in the day on DVD, like you wouldn't get the visual fidelity that you can get now.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are like, I'd rather just be home comfortable and stream it.
Right. Naked.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't go to the movies naked.
Whenever I listen to, that's always like the thing that when something's streaming or I feel like the joke that people make when or an example I can think of is like when a band streams a show live or something.
Yeah.
People are like, I can watch it at home in my underwear. Do you ever do that?
No.
I never do that.
No, I even in the comfort of my own home, I'm still wearing clothes.
The thing that's funny to me is I picture them like getting in their underwear just for the visual experience.
And it's always whitey tighties.
100%.
Always.
And maybe like tall socks.
Yeah. Like up to their like upper shins.
Yeah. But they're, whoa.
What was that?
Everything just shut off.
Oh.
Hold up. Oh wait, it was just my headphones.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're good. That was weird, dude.
Yeah.
Because I almost forget I'm wearing headphones when we're recording, and it just felt like the whole world went, and I couldn't
like, am
hear
I
anything. Deaf? Yeah. It's like when something explodes in a movie and everything's like.
Yep, and you hear the high
and
pitch.
I saw you talking, and I just heard like.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, and I just picture people being like, time to watch Mission Impossible, and they were dressed, and then they just take everything off.
In my underwear.
So weird.
I'm a man of my word.
It's the most comfortable. Like if you opened a theater and told everyone they could just watch, well, actually, people would. I don't know.
A lot of people would do naked movie watching.
You don't have to be naked. They probably have theaters like that.
They do like I don't know if they still have like dirty theaters where they would show adult films.
I hate that just reminded me that Paul Rubens passed away recently.
Oh yeah. Wow. That is
It's a really unfortunate connection.
There were so many ways to go about that.
I'm sorry.
And that's what you did.
I didn't. I wanted to mention it to.
Yeah.
Did you watch Pee Wee Herman?
I did.
To redeem it,
Yeah.
he made one of the funniest jokes ever about his scandal. Did you ever see it?
No.
So his whole thing was like he got caught in a movie theater doing some inappropriate stuff.
Right.
And he was gone forever.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know how long it was because it was a while back, but you can look this up. Paul Rubens' first appearance back in like entertainment was, I want to say it was an MTV award show. And at the time, there were so many jokes about, because it was like a dirty theater he was in, and he played Pee-wee. Like, there was just, it writes itself.
A children's icon.
And the first thing he says, he walks out and gets on the mic to like present an award, and he just goes, "Heard any good jokes lately?" And the whole crowd like erupts. So it was just a great
as long as he's
moment.
He's
fine.
You gotta laugh it off.
I think it was just like an embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember all the details, but anyways, did you watch Pee Wee Herman?
I did, yeah. So it was on Adult Swim. Adult Swim would do
That
it,
makes
like
so much sense.
super late at night.
Yeah.
And so I would wake up at like 3 a.m. sweating. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what's on TV as a kid? And it's just Pee Wee Herman.
Like, how disturbing your sleep patterns as a kid come across. I would wake up sweating. At 3 a.m.
My hair's like all razzled, and I'm like, because it's like a fever dream. You
Why
wake
are you
up
sweating.
I don't know. It's like I had a
You're just
nightmare.
always sweating.
Yeah,
You had a nightmare. Dude, my cat had a nightmare.
how does cats have nightmares?
I don't know. I swear to you, I was sitting in a recliner. This is going to be a funny image for anyone who's not used to it. But we have a sun porch at the house, and there's 2 recliners. And Rach and I will sit out there and have coffee like an 80-year-old couple sometimes. And I was sitting there in Rachel's chair because Spade, who's our cat, was sitting in the other chair. And they will just legit, like, sometimes I'll go in there. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Spade's in one chair and Tommy Boy's in the other.
They go back and forth.
And they sit like humans. They like lean one arm up. You walk in and they give you like a nod.
They're like, hey, how's it going?
What's up, homie?
How are you?
So Spade's passed out, and I'm doing something on the computer, and dead silent. And Spade, out of nowhere, picks his head up and goes, and I was like, what?
What is it?
And they're not, like, they never hiss at anything.
No.
And then he just looks around and slowly goes back to sleep. It's like, what just happened?
What the heck?
It had to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
angry
okay.
at something.
And that's what would happen to you, and you'd be sweating.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Pee Wee Herman.
And then Pee Wee Herman.
Right.
Brody has nightmares.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he hiss?
No.
Imagine seeing a dog hiss.
Oh.
I don't like that.
They like growl, right?
Yeah.
But he'll like move his legs and go.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. This one was weird.
Yeah.
There was no precursor.
Right.
It was just hissing all of a sudden.
Well, I've never seen a cat have a nightmare.
Me neither. Maybe he was just swearing at me. I don't know.
He's just
Maybe
like-
it wasn't a nightmare. He just woke up and was like, "Hey, F you, buddy."
I'm going back to sleep.
Been waiting to get that off my chest. I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Goodbye.
My favorite role of Paul Rubens was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Have you seen it?
No.
He plays a vampire, and he has one of the greatest death scenes in history.
Does he blow up?
No, it's very dramatic and it's comedic. You can look that up. Paul Rubens.
Yeah, Paul Rubens.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Spoiler alert, but it's like a small thing, and I said it after I already spoiled it. So, anyways, back to you, Tim.
Okay, back to me. My second article.
I think this is going great.
Yeah, dude, there's no rules.
I'm so glad you're not angry anymore.
Dude, I know I came in really mad.
You were.
I
The
was
audio
so-
thing was throwing me off.
Yeah,
dude.
I
'Cause I honestly think everything's going great and sounds awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
I can't think of a way to improve anything.
Right. I think we are at the peak. Well, I didn't. When I came in mad about the audio, I didn't think we could do any worse.
Right. You thought it was the worst it's ever been.
Yeah, we were literally at rock bottom.
You thought it was worse than in our early podcast when we would use one condenser mic between us.
Yes.
With too much reverb on it.
Yeah.
You thought it was worse than
I thought it was worse than that.
Right.
And I was like, man, I hate this blue microphone.
Yeah.
I hate that it's USB.
I've never heard you talk the way you were talking.
Yeah, it was in rare form.
Right. It did seem rare.
But I'm better now.
Valuable.
Yeah.
Because it was so rare.
Right.
It was a chase Tim.
It was a Great. Now everyone's gonna think I'm the grumpy
Well,
one.
don't be so grumpy.
Speaking of grumpy,
Go on.
the other interesting news article
Yeah, what do you got?
to circle around Barbie still because it's still popular.
Yeah, crazy.
Barbie and Ken as baby names have skyrocketed.
No way.
So 603% have gone up for Ken. So the name Ken has gone up 603% for baby names.
Because when's the last Ken you met?
It's been a very long time.
I know one right now,
Uh-huh.
and I met him like 3 months ago. Prior to that, I can't remember. Oh, I lied.
Brett knows like 400 Kens.
I have a really good friend, but his name's Kenny. I never think of calling him Ken.
Yeah.
That's one of those names that like your name's pretty malleable. Like if
Uh-huh.
someone calls you Tim,
Yep.
Timothy,
Timmy.
throws me off with you actually a
Yeah,
little bit.
I get called Timmy a lot, and it's the one I'm not used to.
It's because we have other prominent Timmys in our life.
Yes.
Like I think of Uncle Timmy.
Yeah.
And always hearing your dad called Timmy.
Yeah.
So you being Timmy and little Timmy.
Yeah.
Actually, every Tim but you.
You're right. That's why I like to be Tim.
Yeah.
That's why I like to be Tim.
Yeah. But like calling Kenny, my friend Kenny, and
Yeah.
I do call him Kenneth sometimes.
But not Ken.
Ken's too short.
Yeah, because sometimes the nickname version is just like is what you know them as. You don't
Yeah.
think of them as anything else.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you do know another Ken.
Yeah.
And 293% for Barbie.
But what are they? Okay.
Oh, I got that backed up or mixed up. Barbie 603.
I got
Ken-
that packed up.
I got.
Tim screenshotted this information and put it on a hard drive so we never forget it.
I have it backed up and saved.
And you did it in that moment. Oh, I got that back.
I got that backed up. I got it saved. So Barbie was 603%.
Yeah.
And Ken was 293%.
That's insane.
How? Barbie's crazy to me.
Well, it's because nobody was using it. So like 603%.
It's significant because, but Barbie.
Well, I want to know, where do those numbers come from? Did millions of people have babies the day they saw the movie? Like, how are they judging?
I don't have the source here. I had to find it later.
I just
but-
wonder, did they do a poll? Like, were they like, would you name your baby Barbie? And they're like, absolutely.
for sure.
I don't know where those numbers come from, but that's very funny.
Yeah, it could be on the there's like a baby name website that shows you the popularity of them, so they just might have skyrocketed up in general. But I don't know how that registers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of like the timing of, because if it can't be based on actual humans yet, can it?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you,
Like people, how many pregnant women saw Barbie and gave birth within the last 3
I know
weeks?
if you're 9 or 8 to 9 months pregnant, and then you see
and then
Barbie,
did they change the name? Like they didn't have one? I know some people wait.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just curious about I'm gonna do a whole documentary on just this
about
these
the
numbers,
naming.
just to find out this Instagram post was like fabricated by someone.
It's just like this isn't truthful at all.
An intern at like IGN and just threw out like 603%.
Sounds about right. Yeah, so I don't know. Ken's fine because I think that's a common name. Barbie is not a name that I think would
Would that work? I want to work for IGN. I think I could sneak in by just
writing posts.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah. You're already working for them.
Not that I would fake anything.
No.
IGN.
No, dude, a little research.
You're saying you wouldn't use Barbie as a name?
No, it seems like just because there's Barbie out there, I think everyone would just expect you to be like the doll. You know?
Yeah. There's like
There's kind of like the expectation that comes with the name.
yeah, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, because it's such a specific thing.
Yeah, and people just have like an idea of what Barbie is, what a Barbie is.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. I just think it leads to weird expectations
Yeah.
from people around you, I guess.
I always Rach and I used to joke. We were like, what if Symphony ends up hating music? Like she just can't stand music.
And her name's Symphony.
Have you met anyone or heard stories of anyone using a name that's based off like a property or something like that you really liked?
That I really liked.
Like, for example, I knew someone, I can't remember who it was, but they named their daughter Atari.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
After like an Atari? They liked Atari that much?
I guess. But it's actually kind of a cool name.
I mean, it is a cool name.
It's kind of cool.
But it's so weird to me, like, to name someone after like a product or
Are you going to have a daughter someday and name her Sega?
No.
You'd name her Amy.
I would name her Sonic Jr.
You can. You should name her Sonic and Knuckles 3.
Sonic and Knuckles 3.
Not even a game. Just throw them together. Sonic and Knuckles 3 Racers.
Racers.
X.
Yeah, not even. It's the hope that Sega would make the game after. So I name her Sonic Adventure 3.
There it is.
There it is.
Sonic Adventure. Can you name her Sonic Adventure? Full first name.
Right.
Sonic Adventure.
What the middle name?
Sonic Adventure Tails Martin.
Oh man.
Sonic Adventure Kingdom Hearts. You're not even creative about it.
No.
Just
Not even my last name or anything. Just it's out there. Oh shoot.
That's funny to me.
Yeah, no, I think that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, Barbie and Ken. Those are my news articles.
Those are
that
pretty
I brought to us.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I think it's fun.
Would you like doing that?
I think so.
I think this might be a mainstay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, some of you send us stuff on Instagram already, but if you don't and you would like to, please send us any news updates on at the Keep Up Podcast on Instagram. It would be fun to start sharing some of those and hear what you guys have to say about updates and things coming out. And a lot of times you guys will send us a message or text us something, and I didn't know about it until you sent it to us. And
Yeah,
that's exciting.
it's true. They teach us.
I also love when a ton of people send me anything Turtles related, and I get it on like 6 different platforms. I get it on ours. I get a personal text. I get it on my personal Instagram.
Oh, that's the best.
There's no way to miss it.
No,
I get tagged in posts.
because people know what you like,
People know what I like, Tim.
and it feels warm.
I guess we can go into one of our standard categories now.
I guess so. Now they feel lame.
Actually has a transition. Why do they feel lame? They're not new and fresh.
They're not new and fresh.
Dude, we're going to make them new and fresh. You know how?
How?
You don't know. I'm going to tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah. Not on stream, because I know when we talk about like things we want to do with the podcast, you get wicked upset.
Yeah.
No.
I always get so mad.
I don't want to do that to
Yeah,
people.
Yeah, they don't need to see me angry.
Can we talk about TV?
Sure. Oh my, that was a
Why did
segment.
that feel like a marathon?
it was how long? 31 minutes? 32?
You know what's weird? Is it weird? Do you feel like you're falling out of character when we're done with like a segment that we're recording?
I'm falling out of character.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm in character when I'm doing the podcast.
I don't either. But like when it's weird. This dynamic is
It becomes more casual.
Yeah.
Where we're like professional with the mics up.
Because I'm
and
not
stuff.
thinking about how like this is the episode people are going to be listening to, but this is also the episode. That's kind of why I like the way we do it.
Yeah.
Because this is different, you know?
Right, and it's a way for people to interact.
Yeah.
Granted, it takes us a little bit to like go through all the chat. Like,
Yeah.
people might be gone. Like that was 30 minutes. I don't know who's still
That
here.
was 30 minutes. I know.
Which I know people will sit and listen around and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's funny we're catching up on things that are 30 minutes old at this point. But it's not a bad thing or anything. It's funny. UK, bye. Thanks for being here. I thought I had one for Patreon. Do I not?
I don't know.
He 100% said Tim is Tim. I didn't
I
hear
told
it.
you.
I
That's
was
all right.
drunk.
It's funny.
I gotta close that door, by the way. All of
Oh,
our
yeah.
clips are gonna have that open. It's not a big deal. It's just funny.
It's not. What's even out there? Board games.
It's just the basement. You can see like cement wall.
But it's board games. It's like, what's outside Tim's room? Oh, of course, it's more games.
There's always
I almost dropped this on my computer.
on your butt.
No, not on my butt. That wouldn't be physically possible. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube now just to see if the audio is actually different. Brett is XL raged. XLR-aged? I don't know how you would say it.
Yo, teach you with the joke.
That's so funny.
The dramatic end. Because we were fighting.
I swear I wasn't angry.
Let's see. With a slurp. It feels like that Friends episode where Ross is fine. Susie, thanks, Susie. What'd she say? Bye? Oh, yeah. Bye, UK. Enjoy your breakfast.
You hold your mics because Brett really likes it when Tim's mic is wet.
Brett is XL. Oh, this is his rage. A clip of the rage.
Oh no!
I'll have to watch that later.
This is gonna watch. This will be what blows us up. Everyone will be like, "You see the podcast with that one angry dude?"
Where he's so mad. Also, welcome in Grandpa Sting, aka Greg. I apologize for our late.
Wow, that's the most information I've ever gotten out of a handle.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So are you Greg or are you Grandpa Sting?
Well, it's both,
So Grandpa Sting is first.
right? So
AKA
I know,
Greg.
I know he's he's a patriarch in his family.
Yeah. Grandpa.
I don't know if the last name is Sting or maybe it's the wrestler Sting.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little mystery there, which I like.
Right.
And also Greg.
It's just Greg. Well, maybe a lot of people know Greg.
You two are hilarious.
Well, thank you.
Stop it.
Thanks, Greg.
Stop.
The audio seems good on YouTube. See?
Goomba. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Goomba.
You know what's weird? You know how maybe it's not worth saying. Freaking out, dude.
Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Ramen, the A is long, not short. Ramen.
Sometimes I'm scared that I'm just
Ramen.
having a conversation and I like insulted someone.
When did you insult
Like
me?
earlier, Goomba was like talking about the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think I like said.
You're
I don't
allowed
remember
to
what I said.
debate.
I know. And I wasn't even debating. It was just conversational. But I think it's because like I can't hear or see faces.
So you don't know how they feel?
So it's just like me
No.
talking at them.
I think everybody knows you are like, if you were to,
Everybody knows what, Tim?
you're just,
Everybody knows what?
everyone knows you're genuine.
What do you mean by shaking it?
I need help. I don't think Goomba's offended. And if he is, he'll let us know. That's the kind of environment we create.
That's all I want to know is that people will be like, hey, man,
But until you hear how they say room.
you suck.
When I
Room?
close my eyes. Yeah, they think we say room weird.
Room.
Rum. They think we say like rum.
Room.
But to them, yeah.
Room.
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 I don't know. Let's go to the room.
Road.
Let's go to the room.
You guys ever see Black Sheep? I watched that last night.
Black sheep.
Bro, we watched Nuke's Top 5. You ever watch that?
No.
If you guys are unfamiliar with Nuke's Top 5, it's the best. I think it's the best like paranormal YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He just does like collections of spooky stuff from the internet. And sometimes he's a great narrator and editor. Like his videos are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you watch him and you're like, man, these ones are kind of like silly. It's not just whatever people sent in. It's
Yeah.
like, that's a little spooky. The one we watched last night, me and the kids watch him.
Have nightmares?
I was a little. Even Simi was like, this is a good one. Like there were a couple I was like, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So I had to watch a comedy afterwards, you know.
So are they more geared for like younger audiences, kids?
Well, because it's just like internet videos, it's not mega scary. It's like
Okay.
people doing ghost hunts and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. And be like, but there are some like anything in the woods is always the
Mhm.
scariest.
Yeah, I don't like the woods.
Nah, dude.
That's why I stay inside all the time. Did I make you too bright and I'm too dark? You know, it looks that way.
Oh, you're asking me a question.
yeah.
I was reading chat. I was like, I don't see that. Where are you?
No.
I don't know. I feel like I look good and
It's
you
always that weird focus thing.
Yeah, you're a little. Do we need another light?
Could potentially.
I'm gonna talk to you afterwards. I didn't mean to make you so angry on stream, but I
Dude,
was
I'm good.
thinking about we could get some more lights. We could get a new mic, maybe. That was perfect.
Is it too much?
It's just a little yellow. When you look that way, it just looks like you're staring into a tiny sun.
Right. Like it's too yellow. Too yellow.
Too yellow,
Doink. Now I look dark.
comparatively, but I think you're all right.
Yeah.
I can slide over a little bit.
No, it's fine.
Like now, if you come this way, is that better? Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brett's
Brett's
angry
angry
segment. Also, Barry, thank you for the clip for us singing.
Yes.
Yes. And you lost more than that, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised Indiana Jones made that much money.
I know.
Yeah, I felt like that was going to be kind of dead on arrival. I wanted it to do good, but I think there's a lot of bad feelings about the fourth movie. That
Right.
the fifth one seemed unnecessary.
Yeah, there was something about it being revived now, like again,
Mm-hmm.
that felt good. Like
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to do well, but the theaters take like half, and then marketing costs. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Movies lost way more than 100 million. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. Ugh.
Indiana marketing, 172 million domestic is insanely bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, making Indiana.
Oh, making.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're
Yeah.
all Knuff, but Indiana Jones 5 was not Knuff.
He was not enough.
Way to rub it in the cat's face by naming it. I know. It's Spade like David Spade.
Yeah,
It's a male cat.
Spade.
If I named him Neutered,
That would be messed up.
Spade is kind of a mess.
When do you think about it? That's the problem with the English
And that
language.
is really, I know, yeah.
Mhm.
And how often do I use that word?
Yeah, right. Timmy.
Niva. Fun fizz fact about Tim. According to Tim's about me, he's been beaten 200
times since then. Are you all right, Fizz? I think I've beaten that many games. Maybe
games.
Maybe I wrote it
Since
weird.
when were we talking about something?
Since
he started. Oh wait, we gotta keep reading.
Oh,
She'd 100% be Amy or Rogue would actually be a super cool name.
I wish it was Rogue because that's cool. Rouge. It'd be Rouge.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Rogue.
Also, Rogue.
Okay. Rogue's cool.
I was like,
Yeah.
I know it said Rouge,
right?
but I just feel like Rogue would be cool.
Yeah, no,
the
Rogue-
way it's spelled made me think about how Rogue would also be cool.
Right. No, Rouge. You said Rogue. Rouge, Rogue. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. You saved it, Brett.
I just now realized that Rogue and Rouge are just like they're the same letters.
Yeah,
just the G and the U.
Oh, are they swapped?
Right? ROGUE, isn't that Rogue?
Oh yeah, and Rouge, Rouge.
And I don't. Also, when I read that, my brain told me Rogue has nothing to do with the Sonic universe.
No, but it's. I'm with you, man. I misread it all the time.
You don't have to vouch for me.
It's okay.
It's fun.
I'm the angry one.
We forgive you
today.
for being angry.
Yeah,
You don't have to make it up.
Have 3 kids.
Sonic Knuckles.
3.
That's so funny.
The middle name is
Sega. It has to be said like the opening credits.
with that many letters.
Yes.
Write your full name.
Oh my gosh. They'd get used to it eventually.
Yeah. That's just cool being told off. What? Image. At school being told off. It's all sad and you feel ashamed. And then when she says your name, it's like Sonic, Sega. And then bro's got the whole class laughing. Fizz, someday I'll learn your language.
I like it.
What's Black Sheep? I meant to ask.
Oh, so it's the movie that came out after Tommy Boy. So it's just another David Spade, Chris Farley adventure. And it's similar dynamics, different story, but it's those two together campaigning for Chris Farley's character's brother, who I think he's running for president or mayor. I forget. I know I watched it last night, but and yeah, it's just great. Yeah, Road, that's such a funny scene. Also
Road.
Yeah, they get in a car and it has like, what's that stuff that makes a car go fast? NOS or something? There's like a
nitrous.
Yeah, and it starts bleeding into the car and they don't know it, so they start getting stoned and like it's a really funny scene.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
Top tier David Spade movie, Behind the Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, Barry's right, it is a hidden gem. Like Tommy Boy, I feel like a lot of people have at least heard of.
Yep.
But Black Sheep's kind of that like hidden one.
But it's NOS.
It's real good. NOS.
We need the light to show their sweat.
It's true.
Games. Yes, forget that. Rogue, Rouge, Rogue, Rogue, Rug. Please just tell me if they will be French.
French or not?
Way to rub it in, Plank Tim. It's okay.
Plankton.
It's okay.
Wow.
Plankton's here to show you fun.
Oh, we should keep recording a podcast.
We got to get there eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe a kid, Rouge, would end up with awkward feelings about the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. That's like me naming a kid Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, that's messed up. That is weird.
This is weird.
Okay, I'm ready. We're in TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything, or is it just?
I could talk about something.
I mean, you don't have to.
I could.
What is that?
Rio 2016 Volleyball Rouge. Oh my god, dude, that cutscene was the sexiest
Rio
thing I've ever
2016.
seen.
I
It's
didn't
up.
see Rio. I thought it said no
Oh,
at first. And I thought you were painting a scene of what it would be like to yell at that child. No 2016 Volleyball Rouge.
why would that be the full name?
I don't know. It's funny.
By the way, if you see that thing pop up, it's just letting us know that there's an ad happening
Yeah.
for people who aren't subscribed.
Dude, I don't know anything about anything. I don't care.
Dude.
Do whatever.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're the one getting all angry. All right, ready? We're going to TV. Dude, so I know we've talked about Stranger Things. I think we've talked about all of the seasons of Stranger Things. What are you doing?
Nothing.
All right. What are you doing?
Nothing.
What would you do if you found out I was a robot?
Not much would change.
No?
Well, I mean, what's your goal? What's your objective?
Okay, how, like, if I died, you'd be bummed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't want to assume,
Right.
but
I yes, Brett, I would be sad. I would be very sad. I'd be mad and then sad.
What was that? Oh, it was my thing.
Yeah.
All right. What if you found out I was a robot
The whole time, or just like
forever?
forever?
There's never been a version of me that's not a robot,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
You find out I'm a robot.
Yeah.
And then the moment you find out,
Mm-hmm. That would explain why you don't age.
I like, hey, thanks, man. Something short circuits.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, man, I've always been a robot. Are you as bummed as you would be?
If you died,
Yeah.
well, can we fix you?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, maybe that becomes the thing.
What?
You're like, well, if he was just a human, I wouldn't be able to fix him. But
it's-
you'd also be struggling with the fact that I was never real.
no, you're real.
Oh, I guess I am real.
I mean, you've proven that you're sentient,
Right.
unless someone's like controlling you or programming you or
Man.
whatever.
It would explain all my mental malfunctions over the years.
Oh shoot. No, I don't. I wouldn't. I don't think it would change much.
How long does this clip?
Look at Brett. He's getting clips now.
I just want to see the part where I don't remember what happened.
We got 2 minutes. So.
Let me reboot. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why is there a butt? Oh, no, that's the marbles. It happens all the time. I want everybody right now to Google marbles on stream. Is that supposed to say Steam?
No. What? No. Stream. Marbles
Okay.
on stream.
Because I feel like if you Google it, the little icon
Yeah.
will just come up.
Yeah. Brett,
That's a butt, dude.
I would never have a butt on my screen.
You keep that in your secret folder.
Yeah, it's in my folder called battery. Thank you very much. No one's gonna go in the folder battery to find my butt games.
Oh man, it's not in state slots.
No.
Right.
No,
What
that
is that?
state slots, dude.
Wait, does it say slots? Oh yeah,
It doesn't say the other word, that's for sure.
So we've talked about Stranger Things.
That's where we're going after all this?
Yeah, dude, that's where I started, and then you wouldn't stop talking about robots and I don't know what
Robots.
and
Yo.
state
State Farm.
marbles on stream.
Battery.
You're the one with butt icons all over.
Dude.
Seriously, Google everyone.
There's
Google
no butts.
marbles on stream, and tell me if you didn't see that on your friend's computer, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, bro, what's this butt icon?"
Oh, now we're just
do?"
friends, Brett.
I was gonna say brother, but I was like, odds are. I guess I could have just stuck with the narrative.
Yeah. It's fine.
But I was just thinking, what
I'll
are
just
the
be your
odds? Like,
friend. That's
brothers felt too specific. All right, let's do it over.
Okay.
Google marbles on stream.
Yep.
And tell me if you saw that icon on your brother's computer. That actually still works really well.
Yeah.
Maybe better.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, hey man, what's this butt icon?
What's his butt? Well, then you'd read it.
So I started watching Stranger Things again.
Yeah.
With Rachel and I have seen all of them.
Yeah.
Started watching them with the kids because we decided, hey, I think
It's
you can
time.
handle it. It's time. Seasons 1 through 3.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I have 2 stories about this. I didn't even realize until
He
right
scared
now.
me.
It just hit me. 1 through 2 they loved.
Yeah.
3 they really liked, but 3 gets intense at the end.
Right.
I mean, the whole thing's pretty intense.
Yeah, but 3 really it does that like Harry Potter thing where it's like once they start getting into the later movies, it's growing up with the people.
Yes. And it's a rewatch of this show is crazy because there's so much fun and like Goonies-esque antics in the first season that whole vibe is gone by like the last couple episodes of season 3 and
Yep.
the first couple episodes of 4. So there is no spoilers here for anyone who's new. We try to say spoiler safe here.
Yeah, especially for Foxy Grandpa Greg. What was his name?
Yeah, no, that was it.
Okay.
Grandpa Sting, aka Greg.
Yeah.
So there's a big event that happens at the end of season 3. It ruined my daughter.
Really?
Worse than I've ever seen anything. Like, it's funny because recently I talked about Guardians 3,
Yeah.
which we saw, and that was the most emotional I'd seen her get, but we were all crying.
Yeah.
Did
Did we talk about that on stream? Or on
definitely on an episode of
on the podcast?
Yeah. We didn't see it. Yeah, we talked about it 2 separate times.
Yeah, because I watched it.
I saw it first because you couldn't go when we went or something.
Yeah. And then I saw it way later, but
Yeah, so I think we've talked about it.
I want to make sure we covered it because it's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
So that was emotional. That was tough.
Yeah, and that was the first time I think I'd seen her like cry at a movie.
Yeah.
And but this event, this ruined her. Like she could not compose herself. Like she wasn't talking.
Yeah.
And we knew it was coming, but I didn't know how it was going to impact her. It made her like question things in life.
Yeah.
Like, it really heavily impacted her to the point where later I had to be like I just let her chill for a little while.
Yep.
And then I was like, is there anything you want to talk about? Because I didn't think it was that. It's a very emotional finale.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just that. It was hitting her. And I remember the first time I saw it, it stuck with me. You know? But after like an hour, she was still being dead silent and like doom scrolling on her phone. And I was like, this looks like a breakdown. I was like,
it's like, what's she doing?
Is there anything you want to talk about? And she started bawling. And I can't even really say what was affecting her.
Because it's spoilery.
Yeah. It will actually, like the way it impacted her.
Just to be clear here, it's the season 3 finale.
Season 3 finale.
Okay.
Yeah. So so that was just a wild experience. And yeah, I don't want to spoil anything with how it impacted her. And I also didn't ask her permission to
tell the story.
Tell the story in excessive detail.
Yeah.
But then we get into season 4. And dude, when you watch something with someone else, like I remember when I watched season 4 and you and I talked about like, wow, the way this first episode ends is so brutal.
Yeah.
Like it's a horror movie. Watching it with the kids and watching this progression, like until this season, I was like, they're good.
Yeah.
Like they can handle all this.
Yep.
Season 4 started and they were like, oh, I'm going to look away.
Yeah.
And when the first thing happens that is repeated throughout the season, it's like crazier than I remembered.
Yeah.
And then every single episode, I forgot, there's like this sequence that almost mimics like one of the first one's actually very Evil Dead. And then the second episode has an even longer like horror sequence and results in just as violent of an outcome. And I just wanted to bring up how crazy it is in contrast. First of all, when I watched season 4, season 3 had been out for so long.
Yeah.
I went directly from 3 to 4 this time. And watching it with the kids also highlighted like this one's a horror movie.
Yeah, that one they went all in. And I mean, I even think about like later scenes in the season. Specifically, there's one character that it's brutal. It's very brutal. And so I'm thinking about how they're going to react to that.
I'm not sure if we're gonna get there or not, because like they all the way up through season 3, they were like every night, like, are we gonna watch Stranger Things? Are we gonna watch Stranger Things? And nothing bothered them until the emotional stuff really hit.
Yeah.
And there are deaths throughout, and they were a bummer, and they were like, no, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nothing hit them as hard as the end of season 3. And none of the, because season 3 too, the way the antagonist and the creatures work in season 3 is pretty disgusting.
Oh yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like the graphics are incredible, and conceptually it's just mega rad. Like I was stoked to watch it again. That season I had a lot more appreciation for revisiting for some reason. 1 and 2 I always remembered as great. 3 gets into kind of some new angles of things that I was just, I remember when I watched it I was like, wow, that went different than I thought it was gonna. But it's amazing. It's so good. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Like rewatching, I'm like, season 4 of Stranger Things is a horror.
Yeah.
The rest of it is has horror elements. 4 is just, it's kind of dreadful too, because where a lot of the characters are, it just doesn't, the fun isn't really there.
There isn't
like,
any fun.
it's not even just the violence and the things that are happening as a result of the Upside Down. It's the relational things that are going on. Feels like a I don't know how in a horror movie there's a sense of dread or heaviness or something. There's something going on emotionally that's also kind of dark. It's not like, a lot of them will start off like fun and there's kids playing and then everybody dies or whatever. But it's like we got 2 2.5 seasons of that,
Right.
and then they're like, all right, no more fun.
It's like no more.
So that's the experience. I'll update you as we go further,
Yeah.
but it's crazy.
Do we have a release date for season?
I think
The last
May of
season?
next year was the date before the strike started.
Gotcha.
So I don't know
Where it's gonna be
at
now, yeah.
Have you seen the teaser poster?
I feel like I have, but it's not.
There was one that just came out like the other day,
Oh, maybe I don't think so then.
and it's got is this in any way a spoiler? I don't think so. It's got Will on it,
Okay.
and it just says Hawkins will fall,
hmm
and it's like, I don't know what they're getting into.
Yeah. What kind of
I
madness? is
want
gonna
it next
happen?
year because I'm like, this is the conclusion.
Yeah, it's the
you know?
end. Mhm.
And it's always been like the Duffer Brothers wrote the 5 seasons. This has always been.
This is
it,
how it's
so,
gonna be.
yeah.
Oh,
How's it gonna be?
that's how the series will end. They'll play that song as they fade to
I
black.
feel like that could fit. No,
No.
not unless we jump to the mid 90s. Which is
Good.
kind of wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing. Watching the kids age rapidly because
Oh my god. Yeah.
it was so wild.
Mhm.
Like they're when we start, they're younger than my kids.
Yeah.
When we end, they're older.
Oh, you're like, wait a minute. How does that
So
work?
funny. Oh, that's so weird.
I know they're gonna be like 20 by the time this last season comes
I
out.
know, it's insane.
gonna
Maybe
be
they will
wild.
jump to the mid 90s.
Yeah. Right.
And speaking of Greg,
Yeah.
who was in our chat earlier, I started watching Over the Garden Wall,
Oh.
which I've never seen.
Mhm.
My only interaction with that show is when we played a game called This or That. There's a fly and it's dead.
No, guess that thing.
Guess that thing.
Yep.
This or That was a segment on the podcast before that we haven't done for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Guess That Thing was a game show that Tim thought up for our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he would show me something and I'd have to guess the name of it or what it was from.
Yeah.
And I got the famed Potatoes and Molasses. And that has become a household song.
Yes.
Because I've been hearing you sing it for years.
I still to this day.
But I read an article the other day that was saying it's being taken off of, it's on Max,
Yeah.
the app,
Mhm.
formerly HBO Max. Pro? Max. It was HBO Max, right?
HBO Max. Yep.
Plus.
Plus.
HBO
Plus
Max
Pro.
Plus. And it's being removed from there, and that's the only place you can see it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It had I think it had a DVD release at some point. But
Oh,
yeah.
it did? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. And I know it's had a VHS release, but that's from like, side companies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I got our friend Ashley, I got her the VHS for Christmas.
No way.
Last year before, 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can find it for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah, for streaming purposes, it's crazy. I mean, HBO, well, it's just Max now, as you said. Yeah, it's removing like all the Cartoon Network stuff, but other things are buying it and it's being put in different things. So like I know Hulu's got some Cartoon Network stuff.
Yes.
I know Netflix. I think Netflix got Powerpuff Girls
Yes.
back. And
They're all on there.
yeah, so it's going all over the place.
Yeah.
But it stinks it's not all in one nice spot.
Yeah, and I don't know if Over the Garden Wall is going anywhere because
Yeah.
this is a significant correction. It wasn't an article I read. I'm remembering it's the creator tweeted and was like, I really hope someone found a way to pirate this from HBO because we're going to start losing our streaming media.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I've been told before that I need to watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 10, 11-minute episodes.
Yep.
We're 5 in. I think we're going to finish it tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
I love this show.
Oh, it's incredible.
I can't believe how funny it is.
Yep.
How weird it is.
Oh, and the atmosphere, like the music and stuff, makes
Yeah.
it feel so like I don't want to say bumpy, but like 90s horror, like Halloween tree-esque. Like,
yes. Halloween Tree is a great call.
yeah, where it channels the feeling of October and fall really well.
Yeah, it does. It's like when you see the movie The Witches as a kid.
Yeah.
And you're like halfway through.
Yep.
You realize you don't know if you should be watching this alone.
Like, wait, hold on.
It
They're
definitely-
transforming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it definitely has that vibe. Like there's an air of creepiness and like being unsettled, but it's also because of Greg, the
Yeah.
little boy. It's so weird and fun.
Whimsical.
Yeah, very whimsical. And it just, I love stuff like this where it just starts and you don't know what's going on and the characters don't really know what's going on. And that's all the context you need is these two brothers lost in the woods. And every episode, the continuity of it is they're trying to get home, but every episode they encounter this either a single or community of people or creatures, and they're all these like just momentary stories that are so weird and well told though.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, with the beginning and an outro, it's probably 8 minutes, and they just tell this like the one with the like harvest cult.
Yeah.
Is so cool.
That one's so bizarre.
It's so bizarre and it's so creepy.
Yeah.
When they first walk in,
Yep.
and they're comedic about how uncomfortable these situations are that they're in, and the voice cast is crazy too.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood. I didn't even like. We got through the 5 episodes, and Rachel looked it up, and she was like, "Oh, this is Elijah Wood."
Yep.
Bunch of guests. It's funny. I recognize so many of them and don't know any of them by name. But
yeah, I'd probably like know them just from their face.
yeah, dude from Reno 911, and the woman who plays the bird, who's like probably my favorite character.
Yeah,
She's so funny.
She's fun.
She and Elijah Wood were in that movie that I told you about.
The Lord of the Rings.
No. Oh, we talked about it on the podcast, and
Was it a horror movie?
no, not really. It was it was very violent though, and I told you she's just like a very average.
Is that the one that's in black and white?
No, it's not in
No.
black and white.
Okay.
But she's just like an average like I think she works at a like a Staples type store or something like that, and she gets annoyed at people like just being jerks, and so she meets Elijah Wood, and he's this like quirky dude, and they end up like accidentally killing a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember I told you about that?
I do remember that. Were they? Oh.
What the heck is it called? Look up Elijah Wood on IMDb. Because if you don't know what movie I'm talking about, or if you didn't hear that episode, it's a really good movie, and it's cool that they play alongside each other in Over the Garden Wall because they're so good together in this movie. Now scroll down. Now let's look at
Now
the
let's
movies.
look.
Oh,
No, it's not.
no,
How long ago was it?
I don't know, dude. You just scrolled through his entire.
I don't feel at home.
Yes.
Is that it?
I think it's I don't feel at home in this world anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. And what's the main actress's name?
Melanie Linsky.
Yes.
Melanie.
Yeah.
Melanie.
It's Melanie, dude.
Melanie. Melanie.
It's Melanie.
Melanie.
Dude, you don't know the
No.
name Melanie?
Melanie.
She was also in The Last of Us. Do you recognize her?
Melanie. I do remember her
Dude,
from The
if
Last
you
of
don't
Us.
stop saying Melanie wrong,
Melanie.
Over the Garden Wall is
Melanie.
on Max. If you don't have
Melanie.
Max, just use a free trial or something and watch it. It's,
Before it disappears.
yeah, they're 10-minute episodes. I
Melanie.
mean, what is that math? 10 times 10 is 10,000 minutes. It's
Yeah.
it'll take you 4.5 days to watch it.
Yeah, in and out.
Google it.
Nice and quick.
That's all I got in television, my boy.
I'm glad you're watching that.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like you're watching it a little early though. Didn't want to wait till September. Well,
I don't know when it's leaving.
It's true. You don't know when it's leaving.
And I
But
also
fair.
didn't know it was like a spooky show.
Oh, what do you think it was?
I
Just
had
like
no idea.
A fun cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was.
Oh, you're in for a trip.
Oh, potatoes
And molasses.
If you want some, oh, just ask us.
They're soft and warm. And I don't remember the rest.
Something about socks.
Socks, cuddly socks.
They're soft and warm like puppies and socks.
I think that's
And then something about like Candy Rock.
Candy Rocks. Yeah,
Man, that show rules.
it's so good.
real good.
You know what else rules?
What?
Movies.
Oh.
Let's go. Doink.
Oh, if you want some, oh, just ask us.
Let's see. From the toy Santa, Tim was doing the Santa Claus face.
He was.
From the toy Santa that they were. His face was so weird there. That's the Whopper song. I'm not gonna read it.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grilled Taste with perfect toppers. Rule this day. I don't know what happens there.
It's,
I forget.
I rule this day. That's it. Have it your way.
Cool.
Not an ad though. It's me. I'm controlling Brett. That
Hi.
makes sense. Barry is you. You're Barry. It's truth.
It's me. I'm
Hi.
controlling Brett. It's me. I knew it. Oh, I'm Barry.
Yeah, it wouldn't change anything.
I'm
See?
Barrett.
I'm Barrett.
I'm Brary.
It's me, Brary. I'm Brary.
Dude, I want to write a character named Brary so bad.
It's me, Brary.
And every time he introduces himself,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is it? He's like, Brary.
I'm Brary.
Wait, Barry? No, Brary.
Brary. Oh, shoot. Brary sounds like a wild character.
I'm Brary.
Marbles on Stream is a thing. Butts on Stream.
Butts on stream all day. It's cheeks, bro.
Robots.
Now we're back full circle to steal RPG. 100%. Fun fizz fact. In the live action Mario Brothers, they had the third brother named Pietro who is just a scammer. But they do have a real third brother named Giuseppe who lives a normal life. No plumbing, no nothing. Just ordinary life.
In the live action movie?
In the third.
Shut up, Brett.
In the third.
Pizza said, I came for butts.
I came for the butts. It's me, Prairie. I came for the butts.
It's
It's Prairie.
Did anybody know that Mario's last name is Mario and Luigi's last name is Mario? Yes, they're the Mario brothers.
Yeah, dude.
Mario.
So hype for season 5, but I can't see where they can be. I know. I don't want it to be all.
I don't want to see it because it's just gonna be sad.
Yeah, but maybe not though, dude.
I could be happy.
Well, I was thinking about how 4. Oh wait, I don't want to. Never mind.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Potatoes and molasses.
It's Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Molasses toes.
Molasses toes. Oh,
Playing Harry Potter, playing Daniel Radcliffe. Is that the character he's playing?
Elijah Wood playing Harry Potter, playing Daniel Radcliffe.
That's confusing.
Playing Harry Potter, playing.
So he's playing a character as a character. That's a lot of characters. Speaking of characters,
Potatoes.
Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe get confused quite often.
Yes.
I am not surprised about that, actually.
Daniel Wood.
Daniel Woodcliffe.
Elijah Cliff.
Okay. Are we ready?
Ready.
Ready. Brett,
What?
I have taken it upon myself
Ugh.
to,
What?
after the completion of the
If you bring up the Dark Age of
the
Disney
Dark Age
again,
of Disney,
I'm done. Quit.
after the completion,
Ow, I just hit my
you
hand.
you broke
I
everything.
tried to do a mic drop like I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Hey, listeners, check this out. Let's do the scene again.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Brett,
If you mention the Dark Age of Disney,
I have taken it upon
if
myself
you mention the Dark Age of Disney,
to after the Dark Age of Disney.
that's it. I'm out of here.
Sonic music. Anyways,
Yeah.
after that break. So yeah, finish Dark Age of
Look at
Disney.
that. I had to cut my own thumb open today.
What am I looking at?
Look at that.
Oh God.
I had to cut my own thumb open today.
Are we stuck in a loop?
Look at that.
Oh God.
I had to cut my own thumb
So
open
after
today.
finishing the Dark Age of Disney,
Yeah.
I needed a new thing in my life.
Right.
I needed a new challenge.
Oh, so we're moving on from it.
We're moving on. It's officially,
Look at that.
it's done. I'm gonna have a stroke.
I had to cut my own thumb open today.
Yeah. So you are a broken robot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I decided to take on a new challenge. Something new, something different,
Tim,
a
just
new
real quick.
challenge, something new, a new challenge,
You
something
can just watch movies if you want, right?
No, but it's fun
You
to
have to suffer.
gamify it. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
no, that's
suffering.
true, that's true.
Here's the thing I'm doing, Brett.
Tell me what it is.
The great Netflix purge.
Look at that. I had to cut my own thumb open today.
I'm so upset. This whole segment.
Wait, I did this.
You did.
By deleting everything.
Right, you deleted everything, but I'm actually going to watch everything.
So wait, it's everything in your queue?
Everything in my queue.
You're just watching whatever's next?
Watching everything. However, I'm not watching shows
That's fair, yeah.
because those are going to take 100 years.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is going through all my movies.
Okay.
I've seen 6 movies since I decided to do this
Holy bananas.
because I've been watching one every day.
Sure.
And it's really given me the motivation to do it.
Yeah.
So some of these aren't worth talking about, like in extended periods, but I'll just
Yeah.
skim through a quick few. Fractured.
Fractured.
That's the one about the guy who brings his family to the hospital because they get in some sort of accident, and
Why'd you say that like a little kid?
he gets some sort of accident.
They get in some sort of accident.
And he his daughter needs like a CAT scan, so they disappear, and he like falls asleep and wakes up, and there's no trace of his family at all. They said they're not in the hospital, they don't exist, so he has to prove that either they exist or he's crazy, one or the other.
Yeah,
so
it's
the
like a
whole
airplane
movie, yeah, exactly, so the whole movie is him trying to like prove to people that they exist, and it's so frustrating. As an audience member, you're like, because it's Gaslight the movie.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's brutal.
Because you're just sitting there like, I saw the family, I know they're there. And so it's him trying to prove to authority, to police, to people in the hospital, like, and they're all like, dude, they don't exist, you're crazy. And then they have like, it's crazy, they have like cameras, and they're like, oh, let me show the footage, and of course the camera's pointed at a perfect angle where you can't see the family. So the whole time you're like, I don't know what's going on in this.
That sounds infuriating.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. However, it does do one thing where there are people who believe him and they're really trying to help him out for a long time. So,
I like that.
So the frustrating aspect of like, and their authority, they're they're police. Spoilers, police.
Come on, man.
And they try helping him out. But again, it's frustrating in that regard. But it's interesting. It's nothing great. It's not like anything you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like,
I haven't seen it.
Right. You haven't seen it.
So it's something I haven't seen before.
But a story like that, if you will. But yeah, it's got some interesting twists and turns, and what you expect from this movie, a nice little thriller.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that it's a nice little thriller.
Yeah, it's a nice little thriller.
Look at that. I had to cut my own thumb.
So it's a keeper. I don't know if we did that for the other things we talked about.
Oh shoot, we did, bro. Over the Garden Wall is a hard keeper. So Stranger Things. Look at that.
I'm so
I had to
sick
cut
of
my
this
own thumb open
segment
today.
So what else?
No, real quick.
Yeah.
I do feel like the thing that's always annoying about those movies is that it is one person completely isolated. So I actually do really appreciate that there's someone who is it multiple people?
Yeah.
Who like believe him?
Two
people. That is multiple.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's nice because that is what's so frustrating about those is you want so badly
just somebody, because I feel like I think we talked about this with like ghost stuff.
Yeah,
like wouldn't you?
I would believe anybody in a heartbeat. Yeah,
just be like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you were just asleep, and it's like
right. I would think of solutions. I would think to look at the cameras or like look around the area. Like I would help them to see if it's real or not.
Because anyone in those movies, I'm like, I don't care what world this movie's set in.
Yeah.
They have also seen movies.
Yes.
And they know how stupid it is to just immediately dismiss someone.
Right. Because they're always like, oh, there's crazy. And in this movie, it kind of does it in a way where like the people who are like not helping them out also might not be good people anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Might be a little shady. So it fits a little bit into the story, but it's still frustrating. You're like, oh.
And that's why I'm glad there's some. Because I feel like that also adds to the mystery. It's like, wait a second. Like they're just being nice, but maybe this dude is crazy.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
So it's cool because you don't really know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So I liked that. Keeper.
Fractured.
Fractured. It's on Netflix. It's been in my queue for 6 years.
Wait, does it tell you when you added it?
No, but it's when the movie came out, so
6 years.
Or no, that wasn't 6 years. The other one was 6 years.
Dude, you were 12 years old.
I was 12. Yeah, Fractured. Whenever one of them came out in 2017.
Okay.
And I've had that in my queue since 2017.
Wow.
Which I think it might be the next one.
Actually, it's kind of crazy that was 6 years.
Yeah, Fractured was 2019. What Happened to Monday is the next one we're talking about, and that one was 2017. So I've had that one since forever.
Yeah.
But anyways, What Happened to Monday? This is a sci-fi tale, not a sci-fi original, but just you spilled some water.
It's Sprite.
Sprite. And I'm always really bad at pronouncing her name. I think it's Noomi Reprise. I always thought it was Naomi, but it's 2 O's.
That looks like Noomi to me.
Noomi.
I'm unfamiliar with her.
Oh, she's in a lot of things.
Or I just don't know her by name.
Yeah, let's see.
What else is
she was in Prometheus. She was the main girl in that. Sherlock Holmes, Girl with Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, she plays in The Ship. Anyways, so she plays 7 characters.
Wow.
They're all sisters, and whatever that is, a septuplet? No, 7.
Yeah.
Sep, isn't that 8?
No, that's Octa. or octopus.
Oh, okay. So she's septuplets.
What is she, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's interesting. So they're in a world where in a world where the population is too much. Enough is too much. So the world is way overpopulated.
Yeah.
So they establish a law in which only one child can be born per family.
Okay.
And if any other child is born, they get cryogenically frozen.
Okay.
As you can see, there's 7 of them.
Right.
So they were able to skirt the law, and they all live the life of one person. So they each go out every day, and they're each named after a day of the week. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way, through the week.
That's smart.
So the story,
They're like leftovers for lunches.
yes,
You label them so you know what day.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so that Tuesday would go out on Tuesday,
Right.
and eat Tuesday lunch.
Right.
But so the story that
Then when they named
I didn't expect to get tapped. I got shocked. I didn't. I didn't expect you to touch me.
I've been here the entire time.
You're not real, Brett. You're not real.
The robot thing was a scenario, bro.
Oh.
I just, for the listeners, I just lightly tapped him, and he jumped like it was a jump scare. I'm inches from
You're scary. I was looking this way. Shut up.
I remember what I was saying because you panicked. You jumped so high.
I was afraid.
That was incredible.
What were you gonna say?
It was so stupid. I was just gonna say, now when they label their leftovers, not only is it the day of the week, they're putting their names on it.
Oh, it's a great joke.
Good.
Oh.
The whole thing was stupid.
Anyways,
Oh,
so
this sounds really good. Actually.
yeah, it's a super cool premise. So Monday
Yeah.
goes out and doesn't come home, and so
that's a problem.
that's a problem.
Shoot, I love this movie.
Yeah, and so what they do at the end of every night is they have a meeting to learn everything that Monday goes through, because obviously they didn't live that day. So if they like interacted with a person or someone said something that day, the next day, the next sister has to know. So Monday doesn't come back. So now they have to go and figure out what happened on Monday. And that's the
happened to
story.
Monday?
What happened on Monday?
And it's good.
It was surprisingly good. It went a direction I wasn't expecting. You'll see it turns pretty quick.
Okay.
Things happen real fast once they start like figuring out things.
Okay.
So it goes pretty crazy. But
Just
yeah,
laughing about when you jump. Fine.
but as far as the premise goes, it's fascinating. And again, she plays 7 characters. So, and they're all present on screen. So it's like, it just looks cool. I still don't know how they do that in movies where they
know,
have
right?
multiple people playing the same
And they're
character.
like
but
fully interacting with each other.
yeah.
What's so weird to me when I hear about movies like this, where this premise sounds incredible, it's obviously good enough for you to recommend it.
Yep.
I had no idea it existed.
Really?
It's been out for 6 years.
Yeah, 2017.
Crazy. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's just
5 years. 2023. Sorry, my math's bad. Right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. No, my math was good. I'm not good.
Sorry, you were double checking it.
Yeah, and I was
That's
wrong.
good.
I was wrong, and then I was right.
Well, no, I mean you double checked.
I was right
Second
originally.
guess.
Yeah, and
then you
that's
double-checked.
that's what got me.
And remember, kids, you can't double check until you second guess. Or hang on, if you second guess, remember to double check,
wrong. Right.
because you might have been right the first time.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
This has been episode number 2. No, I'm just kidding. All right, what else you got?
So yeah, that was a keeper. Worth checking out.
Yeah.
It's a little more mature. Just be aware, if you want to watch it as a family, don't. Unless your family
Just be
also
aware.
unless your family wants to see violence, and
7 naked.
there's only one,
Okay.
maybe.
That would be a weird thing in the script. She's like, wait, you need me to be naked 7 different times for one scene?
What are you doing?
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, but it's on Netflix, and Netflix original too. So
It is.
Yep.
Wow.
Mhm.
Cool.
So that again, that's another one I just need to get rid of. What else? Oh, okay. This one you wanted me to watch for a long time. Do you remember?
Day Shift.
No, I still got to watch that one. It's in my queue, so it'll get cleansed.
It'll
It'll get cleansed. That's what I call it, the Great Netflix Cleanse.
Cleansing.
There's probably a better name for it, but
I don't know. I kind of like that. It's vicious.
it's vicious.
It's a great Netflix cleanse.
Cleanse.
The cleanse.
It's yeah.
We'll just call it the cleanse.
It's messed up.
Is it?
I don't know. The Netflix
Sometimes
cleansing.
people do a cleanse and
Yeah.
just to clean out their body.
flush out. That's what I'm doing. Flushing out my Netflix body.
It doesn't have to be like a
It's not.
genocide.
No. Anyways, Gunpowder Milkshake.
Oh yeah,
It was okay. It was fine. It was fine.
bro, that movie's so fun.
Dude.
I will give you this.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know what the tone is.
Yeah.
But then once I found it, I felt like I really liked it.
I just like. I was along for the ride.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like the ride.
How come?
I just felt like it was tonally weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I just didn't get it then. If
I don't know. It's hard to say because like I felt like I had to think back almost.
Mhm.
It was. I felt like I was halfway through or like 3/4 of the way through when I was like, I get what this is.
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like if Tarantino directed John Wick. Like it's got some like it's got comedic aspects to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe that's not a good analogy, but it's like a I don't want to say a goofy John Wick, but it's like it's playful, like a playful John
yeah,
Wick.
I mean that's the big thing, and we hear this comparison a lot with action movies nowadays, but it's very John Wick like because it's like this secret underground society of assassins, and they have their own secret places, and it feels super John Wicky.
Yeah, and you're right. They do that comparison does come up a lot. I feel like even I've made it like every episode for the past 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But it's just like the action scenes they set up. It's John Wick, Kingsman. I'm trying to think of another one, but I guess 2 is enough. Oh, John Wick 2.
Right, of course.
But it's that kind of action movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
For anybody who's confused of what the premise is, Brett explained it a while ago, but
yeah, it's been years. I don't remember.
yeah, it's essentially there's an assassin played by, oh my god, what's her name?
Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
And she
Also Nebula.
also
if anyone
Nebula.
doesn't know.
Nebula, dude, Nebula.
Nebula.
That's who was the figure we were trying to figure out.
Nebula.
Holy callback,
Dude.
Anyways,
When was that?
that was like unboxing ring time when we were opening the Guardians of the Galaxy loot
So
boxes.
8 years ago? You
Yeah.
just did a callback to 8 years ago?
True fans will get it.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Do we have any from that era?
I hope. But yeah, so she's an assassin, and she's on her last straw, not herself, but the companies that she's working for. They're sick of her.
Yeah.
And so because things I guess keep going wrong. So she goes to kill this guy, and he turns out that he has a daughter who's been abducted, and it's not part of her mission, but she's like, I'm gonna go save this girl. And then she goes and saves the girl, and then there's no rules. She gets excommunicado.
Oh yeah.
Just like John Wick.
Which right.
Again, very John Wick like. And so now she has to survive while everybody's after her.
Yeah.
And there's some heartfelt moments where she reunites with people long thought gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't super impressed.
Okay. Now you recently watched Sisu, which also
Yes.
had kind of a similar vibe.
Yes.
Which one did you like better?
I would say,
You also weren't super impressed with Sisu.
yeah, I think I like Sisu a little bit more, which I'm surprised because I thought I'd really like Gunpowder Milkshake.
Yeah.
A lot of great actresses in it. A lot of the action's cool. Like it's got cool elements.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just didn't really like hit me in any of the right ways.
Did you watch it at 4 a.m?
I watched it at 480p quality. No, no. One of the movies I did watch at 4 a.m. though.
What was it?
The next movie I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
America the Motion Picture. By the way, Gunpowder Milkshake is a sleeper.
Really?
I don't think it's worth it.
Whoa!
I don't think it's
worth a
it.
watch. Dang.
I don't.
dude.
Well,
Shots fired.
it felt way too much like been there, done that.
You guys gotta let us know, because let us know on Instagram that Tim's wrong.
That I'm wrong. Yes, let us know that I'm wrong.
I like that movie.
But America the Motion Picture, on the other hand,
Yeah, what's that?
that was fun.
I don't know what that is.
So yeah, I felt like it kind of fell under the radar. But it is, hold on, I believe it was written by
America,
nope, not
we
that
love you.
one. America,
Is it We Love You?
what?
America's Funniest Home Videos. This is
Is
like the old one with Bob Saget. Rest in
So
peace.
yeah, rest in peace.
Don't laugh at that.
What? Sorry.
Can't.
You well, it just came in after, but
America.
oh, I thought it was directed anyways, America the Motion Picture is a
Are you talking about Wild America with Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
no. Who? I've never seen it.
You
So
don't know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is?
I don't think so.
JTT. Wow.
Doesn't sound familiar.
And our age gap comes into play.
I'm sorry, Brett's so old. He's an old robot. America the Motion Picture.
Yeah.
From the studio that did, I think it shows it right on the cover. Yeah. From the founding fathers of Archer, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Expendables, and Magic Mike. All of those people.
What?
Yeah. All those people came together to make this animated movie about America. And good Lord, is this movie ridiculous?
What is it?
It's insane is what it is. So yeah, essentially it is a retelling of the American Revolution, but with it was like a drunk college kid who had no idea what American history was would tell a story. like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln are best friends, and Benedict Arnold's a werewolf, and he's going around and killing all the forefathers. And so George Washington has to avenge the fallen fathers.
Bro, what?
And Thomas Edison is a chick, and they all are like, we can't have a chick on our team, and she's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And there's a half horse, half human.
Is that RoboCop?
RoboCop. It's literally, I can't even explain to you how insane this movie is. Reviews for it are terrible. People did not like this.
Really?
I thought it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Dude, this cast is kind of wild.
Yeah, and it feels like a movie that just no one watched and it just disappeared.
Bro, Killer Mike's in this?
Yeah.
Simon Pegg, Andy Samberg,
Andy Samberg's good in it too.
Bobby Moynihan, Olivia Munn,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Mantzoukas, who's so funny.
Yep.
Channing Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I've converted. Brett.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. Netflix original. Animated. So it's animated in the Archer style. So
That's cool. I like that
yeah, it's like a 2D, 3D hybrid type deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just nonsensical. Like this is something you can catch on Adult Swim, like, 1 in the morning
Yeah.
type deal. Very fun, very goofy. Definitely a keeper.
Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Gunpowder Milkshake. You shouldn't
Sleeper.
even watch.
But America, the motion picture, I highly recommend.
Highly recommended by Tim.
I thought it was great. But that's where I'll stop on my Netflix
Sounds pretty
purge.
cool.
It is cool. So yeah, I got more movies to watch this week. I'll probably watch Day Shift.
Cool.
Um,
When you're watching that,
yeah.
I want you to keep in mind.
Uh-huh. Is it gonna be a joke?
No.
Mm.
No, it was a serious statement.
I'm ready for it.
And it was. Look at that. I had to cut open my own thumbnail.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
No, it really was something serious. What is the movie that came out this year, the Dracula movie that we saw with Nicolas Cage?
Renfield.
Renfield.
I was gonna say Simon.
Simon. Keep that movie in mind when you're watching Day Shift.
Okay.
Because in my mind, they are the same. They would make a great double feature.
Gotcha.
They're like genre siblings.
Okay. Jean Ribblings.
That's your term of the day.
Dunna.
We gotta figure out a hot button for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like we come up with a term every week, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A hot button?
Look at that.
Please end my suffering.
I had to cut my own thumb open. Brutal. Yeah, isn't that what those are called?
Yeah, sure.
Isn't a hot button like when you...
Hotkey.
No, I didn't think I was going to end this episode as angry as I started. We've just broken an hour worth of the Keep Up content.
We broke it 13 minutes ago.
But I mean, less than a fifth of an hour.
Right? You said we just broke it.
Less than a third of an hour. It's more. It's almost a quarter of it.
That's me. Oh, I did it late.
If you did a time lapse from when I cued you to when you said it, it would be so long. Yeah. So chat, start dropping some words in the chat if you're watching the stream. Tim's gonna do what's called end babble in a couple minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out. This has been episode number 256. I want to say thank you to everybody that has been following us on Instagram and responding to our recent stories.
Yeah.
Because we are working on some updates for the podcast and for YouTube, and just wanting to do some new fun things and update things a little bit. And even though I can't talk to Tim about equipment without him getting super spicy, I will navigate those waters as I must in order to get this updated and bring you guys the quality that you deserve. If you guys want to send us fun news, talk with us, follow stories like the one I just mentioned, that is on Instagram at the Keep Up Podcast. You can find us on TikTok and YouTube as well at the same handle. If you want to get yourself some extra bonuses, you can go to patreon.com/thekeepup.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Tim, tell everyone where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Collection Revolution on Twitch, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Threads, on TikTok. You can find me at Collect Revo on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it.
It's not even a fun name.
No, it's lame. Brett,
What?
where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at thisdrinkilikeit. There's a link tree there. That's my personal IG. You're welcome to follow me there, message me there, and hang out with me there. But there's a link tree that will get you to my music, other podcasts, work, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So that is fun.
A lovely list.
A lovely list of coconuts. I don't know. So Tim, your theme for End Babble is Martini Sheep.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.
Martini. That's what they called me when I took the life of King Sheep. In a world where sheeps rule the lands.
Such a good sound effect. Yeah, let me do it.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, yours is better.
Boom.
All right, let me try it, and then you
Okay.
keep going.
World where sheep rule the land. And me, little Olive, the orange orangutan, is sick and tired of all these sheep taking over. I decided to do something about it. And so I took the life of Martini the sheep, and I wear his skin as Olive the orange orangutan. And so they call me Martini. And so I'll leave you with this. If you want to make a movie, just do it. I just made one there for fun. Do it for fun. Do it for money. Do it for all the hot chicken nuggets you can get delivered to your front door. Because you're great. Follow your dreams. Thank you.
Another one in the books.
Another one in the books. Brett, why do we hold our mics the whole time? The cheese weed is always cleaner.
When you hold your microphone.
Oh, where am I?
Cheese weed?
The cheese.
You're a cheese weed.
I can't watch Gaslight the movie. That's okay, Barry.
The cheese weed is always green.
Please tell me that they had Craig David song in the show.
Oh.
Met her on Monday.
Oh,
Took
the
her
cheese
for.
weed is always greener when you hold your microphone.
Do you know what the song is, Brett? What are you doing?
Cheese weed, bro.
Brett, he found the comment so fast.
Looking for him.
Oh. Wait, Tim, did we have that talk about
Oh, it's
clones?
Andy, bro. I generally listen to these already.
Oh, it was Andy?
You always hold the mics.
Yo, Andy the Mandy.
The cheese weed is always greener when you hold
So-
the microphone.
Susie, did we have that,
They heard you but never seen you. They will leave you all alone.
what is that? Brett's just making music. I don't
They make
know.
you spaghetti meatballs and you get the sauce and cheese.
Oh, you mix it all together, and that's how you get cheese weed. I don't know.
And the cheese weed. And the cheese weed. Eat your sketty and your meat Betty.
Who's Betty? Sketty and Betty? Oh. Oh no.
The cheese weed is always greener.
Oh, we've lost him. Hot
And the
dogs.
spaghetti balls.
Susie, thanks for being here.
The
Thanks.
song is so good.
It's on what the Sketty?
And the cheese weed.
Do do do.
And the cheese weed.
Oh.
Under the sketty and your
Rhyming spaghetti with Betty? That's spaghetti nonsense.
That's a spaghetti
That's
nonsense.
spaghetti nonsense.
Under the sketty and
Oh.
your meat Betty. Under cheese weed.
It's so stupid. All right.
Cheese weed is always greener.
Brett has to go beat me up because he's angry and needs to fix the audio. So he needs me to end stream. So
I'm gonna
he
make a new. Our theme song is gonna be "Dicky Pop is always greener."
I just want you to get to that sketty line.
Darling,
Oh.
it's sketty. Under meat Betty.
Oh shoot! All right, we're gonna wrap it up
Under
there
cheese weed.
because Brett's gotta go summon Slipknot and I gotta go summon Rugrats.
There's meatballs.
Oh, there's meatballs. Now I can go eat meatballs.
I told you.
Is there sketty? Oh, there's sketty and meatballs.
And meat Betty.
Oh, and meat Betty. Oh.
Did you just fall?
No, I was trying to lift my chair up.
Tim gets up like a 70-year-old.
Oh, I can't do it.
Under the sketty
Oh.
and your meat Betty. Eat all the jeans.
Susie, thank you for being here. Everybody else who's hiding in the shadows, who's watching, who's pooping,
You guys are great.
you guys are all amazing.
That's weird. Look, guess that thing.
Guess that thing.
It was only
We recorded 2 episodes. We only published 1.
6 years ago.
It was only... Do you remember when you had to post your feet online?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Because you lost one?
It's so awkward when we had like a follower.
They're like, look at Brett's feet.
Like, it's even more.
Oh, but yes, you all are amazing. Oh, I got bit by a vampire. You see it?
Oh my goodness.
Why would they bite me there, though?
A spider bite?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't have spider powers.
Oh my gosh.
What's that from? I'm infected. Oh, goodness. But again, Susie, thanks for being here. Everybody else, thank you for being here. I'll be back Sunday for Sonic Sunday because I got ice cream truck business during the week. So the rest of the week. So I hope you guys have a great week. Do we want to raid? We could raid. Oh, let's raid. Let's raid. Who's on? I gotta check who's on. I didn't prepare well. Who's on? Oh, Saint's our boy. Wow, Brett just drank that water so aggressively.
Right.
I heard. Oh, dude, you Sprite. We're gonna raid into Saint Leof. He's playing Dark and Darker because he's a nerd.
Dackett.
Yeah, Jack and Daxter. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Brett,
What?
thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Spaghetti Pants.
Spaghetti pants. I'm gonna go eat some meatballs, and that's a spaghetti nonsense.
That's spaghetti nonsense.
Bye bye. Raid. We raiding outside.
Oh.
We raiding.
Yeah.
We raiding.
Hey.
We raiding with some fries.